Greetings, managers. This is the Warden speaking. If you are too lazy and skip the tutorial and feel suddenly lost, this will be perfect for you. To start, combat is simple. Click and hold the gear and chain your attacks. Linking at least 2 is called Sin Resonance. Linking 3 is Absolute Resonance. The more of the same colors you link in a chain, the more damage you will do. Each unit in the game has a red health bar, HP bar, and yellow bars in it. Break the yellow bars and they become staggered. There are 3 phases of stagger, each doing more damage as you go up. This also changes all damage to fatal, which means you take 2 times the damage. Upon each turn, each unit is given a random speed value. Higher the number, higher your speed. As each turn passes, you get an additional skill slot to use. When one of your sinners and their attackers target each other, this is called a clash. The side with the higher power wins and 1 coin is removed from the loser. Until all coins are lost, the winner will overpower the loser and deny their attack. The winner will attack with the remaining coins and gain a damage bonus on a total number of clashes. Blue orbs next to the HP bar is their Sanity, or SP. Having a range from -45 to 45, higher the number, the better your coin flip chances. Defeating enemies gain Sanity and losing allies harm Sanity. Enemy units can be put into a state of low morale or panic. Each skill has 2 properties listed here: an attack type property and a sin property, pierce, slash, and blunt. Sin properties are wrath, lust, sloth, gluttony, gloom, pride, envy. Combine the attack types and sin affinities with resistances. This determines the damage of skills. Defense is relatively simple. Clicking on one of your sinners flips the bottom icon of your dashboard. This generates a defense skill. Defense skills only activate if they are under an unopposed attack. This is effective against multiple foes targeting you. There are 3 types of defense skills: guard, counter, evade. Guard creates a shield with health equal to its power value. Counter has an affinity and will generate based on its sin resource. The sinner will counter with an unopposed attack upon being attacked. They cannot counter when staggered. Evade will dodge the incoming attack if your power value is higher. If not, the attack will hit you at full power. Generating a defense skill for any of these will make it possible to use multiple times in the upcoming rounds. Each sinner has a skill set that is randomly selected onto the dashboard. Using one of the abilities cycles it out and cannot be used again until the rest of the abilities are used up. Then it refreshes. Passive abilities also exist. These are combat passives and support passives. As the name implies, there are passives for sinners in combat, as support passives give you aid from sinners not in combat. Hovering to the side here shows you the prerequisite to activate these passive bonuses. Finally, there are E.G.Os, which stands for Extermination of Geometrical Organ, or E.G.Os, which are basically ultimate abilities. Like defense skills, you need to generate them. Hold onto your sinner's portrait to make them. To use an E.G.O, you need to have sin affinity based resources, indicated here on the right. Using attacks of the same color refills these resources. E.G.Os are very strong, as they provide their own passive bonuses and deals massive damage. Some E.G.Os are AoE, area of effect, and some are not. Keep this in mind when activating them. Essentially, one look at the top will tell you everything you need to know. Is your side big numbers? Good. Low numbers? Bad. The yellow percentage mark can help you decide which chain to commit to. There's an icon in the middle that shows you the best damage outcome for you. Avoid anything along the lines of struggling and hopeless. Dominating and unopposed are great to follow through. Abnormality Combat is different from the one mentioned before with basic combat. Using the UI information about attacks, you can telegraph which combos to dish out to which abnormality. Instead of chaining your attacks, you must drag the attack to the enemy unit. In essence, you control the flow of battle. However, These abnormalities can have different parts that have their own set of skills. Each part has a threshold before it's broken, leaving them vulnerable to all sorts of attacks. Depending on which enemy you fight, there's a plethora of dangers you must watch out for. One of the best ways to fight is to avoid any of your sinners being in an unopposed attack. This is shown as an arrow from an enemy to your sinner. A different sinner attacking that abnormality will gain its aggro. Or you could just generate a defend token. Focus firing on one abnormality can be a surefire way to clean up as well. Remember, practice makes perfect, managers. Warden out.